Hey guys, I'm just gonna show you a couple pitches to throw with a baseball. You know, if you're outside in your backyard screwing around with some friends or something, or if you're actually trying to learn pitches to throw in a game. So that's basically just what I'm gonna do for the next 5 minutes or whatever. First pitch I'm gonna show you is a four seam fastball, just like that. Nothing to it. It just goes straight. Try to overpower the hitter. But make sure you hit your spots because hitting your spots is definitely more important than overpowering the pitch or overpowering the hitter. When I was younger, I like never pitched because I was so slow, but I hit my spots. I was accurate. And now, my freshman year, I was pitching on varsity at a 5A school because I hit my spots, and that's the way to do it. Um, Second pitch I'm going to show you is a two seam. Two seam is very effective against lefties because they are terrible at going the other way with the ball. Now, what a two seam does is it just comes straight out and then just tails. But you can't throw it just like a four seam, like your coaches tell you, because your coaches don't really know anything. Sorry. Some people will tell you to move your thumb up on the side. Now that does give you a tail, and it's pretty effective, but it doesn't have very much speed at all. You leave your thumb down here on that lace right there, and you just kind of cock your wrist just a little bit. Um, so when you're throwing, it comes out like this, and it'll cut, or yeah, cut basically. Next, I'm gonna show you is a cutter. Now you see the horseshoe right there, just like a four seam. Now when you're in your glove trying to grip it, your catcher calls a cutter. You want to move your fingers over just a little bit, just 2 or 3 stitches. So it's basically gonna look like that. And when you throw it just like a fastball. What happens is it comes out like this, and all this wind is coming up right here, up along that leather part, and it makes it cut right at the very end, just like Mariano Rivera's. But it's not really effective if you don't throw 90 miles an hour or up. So I can't get it to do anything, and it just looks exactly like a four seam. Next, I'm gonna show you is my favorite pitch, and it's circle change. I throw this all the time. It's a fastball, circle change, strikeout, basically. Um, you want to grip it just like that along the horseshoe with your thumb and your index finger gripping just like that, and then your other fingers just kind of fall in behind. But you don't really want to grip it that tight with your index and your thumb. You want to grip it all the pressure on these three fingertips, and that'll get it to come out, and it'll just drop right at the end. And it looks just like a fastball. It's the most effective pitch in baseball. The next pitch is a palm ball. You just kind of stick the baseball right there on the pads of your fingers. You just grip it, and then you just throw it, basically. However you threw the ball when you were like 3, that's how you throw it right here. And I don't really use it. I don't find it super effective. It's just a slower fastball. So, next pitch I'm going to show you is a knuckleball. Now, if you're younger, you throw it just like that. You don't need to grip it any other way, do any special thing with your wrist, nothing. Because you're not throwing that super hard, so it's not going to knuckle anyway. But this just drops absolutely crazy. Like, it'll drop from the kid's head to his knees, and that's how I threw it. I mean, I threw a knuckle when I was from age 8 to 12 or whatever, because I never really threw that hard. It just dropped and very effective. But now I throw my knuckle like this, not on the laces whatsoever, just right outside the logo, where I dig my fingernails in there. And then I also throw it like this, which this is much more easy, but it's easier to hit, sort of. But I use this on taller guys, like 6'4" and up. I use this because it drops and goes to the side and whatnot. But this one kind of corkscrews, and this is definitely for shorter guys, more athletic looking. Next I'm going to show you is a slider. Very hard in your arm. I don't throw it. My dad won't let me throw it because he wants me to protect my arm. But you hold it almost exactly like a curveball, except on a curveball you move your finger over there. But anyway, on a slider is when you're throwing, you come around the side, and it'll look sort of like a fastball. It's just a faster curveball. It's very effective. It's very hard to hit, but extremely hard on your arm. But when throwing a curveball for younger guys, you want to grip it like that. because you want that lace to be right in between your fingers, because it can really hurt your arm if you're younger. Also, if you're throwing too many of them, when you're throwing it, you make sure you come over the top, not to the side, and not over here. I don't even know if that's possible. But yeah, when you're older, like my age, I'm 15, you put it right on that side of the horseshoe, and you come over the top. You try to throw it like that because it's physically impossible to try to throw it like that and do it like that. So when you're throwing it like that and your arm's coming through, it's going to end up coming out like that, like a traditional normal curveball. But when you're throwing a curveball, you want to make sure you keep your middle finger on that lace and you put a lot of pressure on it. It's going to make a really sharp, biting curveball. But if you're going to throw a 12-6 curve, you want to try, like, shoot for coming over like that, because your arm will come over like this and it'll be real loopy and real drop it a ton. So yeah, next is a fork. I hold my fork like that, but it hurts oh man, it hurts my fingers because my hands aren't that big. But when you're throwing it, you want to snap your wrist really hard, and that'll get it to look like a really fast knuckleball. Not like 80 miles an hour fast, but faster than a knuckleball. And it'll do the same thing that a knuckle does, but it's hard on your elbow, and don't throw it very much because it'll eventually turn up into Tommy John surgery. But next is a split finger fastball. You hold it just like that. It should spread your fingers out a little bit, but not that much to hurt them. You just throw it just like a fastball, and it's slower and it'll drop a little bit more. That's basically it. Protect your arm, hit your spots. That's really all I got for you. Thanks.